They're trying to divert attention from the story that I wrote, which included enormous specifics. I was describing a process that began before Christmas of 2021. It involved the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, of the White House for the president. They had a series of meetings at a secret room in the White House that I gave clues. I know the title of the room, the instructions that were given to the group when they were assembled. As I said, sometime in December of 2021, Putin was already beginning to organize and shift troops to Belarus. But the point was to give the president some options, maybe to stop it. And what they were asked to do, and the language here is really interesting, they were asked to come up with both reversible and irreversible concepts, ideas. A reversible concept would have been more sanctions. Something irreversible would have been kinetic, a bomb. And eventually it turned out that what they really wanted was to take down the pipelines. And you can't have the kind of language I have in there without scaring the hell out of some people in the White House, because that was the language used. And certainly in this government, the concern was always been that as long as Germany was getting so much gas at such a cheap price from Russia, that it would be very hard to wean them away from Russia. The fear was that at some point, when winter's coming, that Chancellor would remove the sanctions and start using to keep his businesses going, the factories going. Germany's a very mercantile country, and would keep his people warm. And so what Biden did was kept them from that option. I'm just not questioning their intelligence. These are all people, Tony Blinken and the Secretary of State, Jake Sullivan, who is the National Security Advisor, all have high degrees,
right.
And the Undersecretary of State, plenty of intelligence. It's just what they're so driven by, I think, hatred of all things, particularly Putin, and also communism per se. They're so cold warriors. They're really out of sorts, and it makes them do dumb things. Like I will tell you, the people from the intelligence community were appalled by what happened and horrified. They thought it was useless. And I don't know, Mr. Biden. I think his social programs are great. I just think his foreign policy is to complete idiocy, alienating a lot of people around the world. Russia has made more friends in the third world since this began than anybody in this administration seems to appreciate. So this notion of American hegemony, if you will, it just doesn't work anymore.